What's going on, everybody? I'm honest. I am glad that you are here. We are starting our second week here at the Honest Experience, and the trolls are already out on our Facebook page. So maybe we're doing something right, maybe not. Who knows? I guess we'll see. But speaking of trolls, did you hear what Brian Stelter had to say about Trump supporters? Apparently, he thinks Trump supporters are in a cult. Doesn't understand why they support the president, Trump. Guess he also doesn't understand that conservatives came together to vote for an outsider with common sense, keyword common sense, and also came together collectively on ideas and policies like not tearing up our country and not dividing us and putting us in boxes. But you, Brian Stelter, you stand for mindless obedience. So you do what you're told. Your producers, your writers, everyone works for you. They feed you. And you just do what you're told. You do what social media, what the left wants you to do. Kinda remind me of somebody else. But at least you get out the basement more. Mr. Stelter, no, Trump supporters are not part of a cult. We are just simply tired of people like you. You can attack us, you can call us names, but you will not stop our movement. You will not stop our passion or our freedom. You, Brian Stelter, and the people on the left like you. You can continue to censor us, but that will not stop us. Conservatives are growing tired of the left being able to get away with all the name calling and all the censorship. See, the liberals think that they honestly know what's good for you. I don't know why or how they think that, but they honestly think they know what's good for you. And if you disagree, they throw tantrums and call you names like Brian Stelter did. But Brian Stelter actually is the one that belongs in a cult. He mindlessly does what he's told without knowing or thinking. He does not know a true Trump supporter. He doesn't know a conservative. I don't care what he tells you. I know he's never going to see this, but if he was, and to respond, I don't care what he has to say. He is so shut up in his bubble that he has not honestly met one Trump supporter. Actual real interaction that he was maybe placed into with his career or something. Outside of that, he has never had an honest talk or communicated with a Trump supporter. But he honestly believes he knows what's good for you. So what do we Trump supporters need to do? Well, I know for sure that we adults need to take the reins from these kids. We need to stand up to people like Brian Stelter. And we need to shut them down as quickly as we can. All remind you in a good proper way, not destroying like the other side does. Now, on to other news. Delta, 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 the new variant. I thought that was something you smoked. If you don't get that reference, you can Google Chicago and Delta 8. There's an article. But now they're wanting to use this Delta as a new form of to put on the masks. And then we're going to get double masks. And Pfizer now wants you to get booster shots every 6 months. That's more protection than a person use in their extra activities, if you know what I mean. This is getting crazy. We got good governors like Ron DeSantis. I have a problem with his name if you've seen my other videos. He's putting up a good fight. Here where we film and are located, we have a liberal governor, which normally doesn't happen. Hopefully we can change that around here. But my question is, how long are they going to keep this charade up? Now, I don't mean that it's not real. There's not a COVID out there. But with over a 90% effective rate of getting over it, and then liberals want to get on CNN and the other networks and say, your own immune system isn't good enough. It may only last for 6 months, but you need to get these booster shots and they can last maybe up to a year. But yet again, Pfizer says, hey, after 6 months, you may need this booster shot. When will it end? Will it end when Fauci finally gets tired of the spotlight? Or when this illegitimate president, Joe, numbers finally go up? Everything he's performing bad. All the numbers going down. The only thing that he does well on is COVID. You kind of decide why there's a new variant. I mean, I'm all for protecting everybody. I do think not only we should have limited government, but I do think we should have a smart government that is prepared for its citizens. It is a safety net, so to speak. That is what the government is there for. They are not there to dictate and tell us what to do. They're not here to tell me that I need to double up on masks. My kids need to put masks on. And we need to keep taking these shots that we don't know what's in them. What's in the shots? I don't know. Do they even know? Why are they pushing these shots so hard? You would think that these liberals would actually be happy that these conservatives are so hesitant on taking shots. But things are starting to tell us that even liberals are hesitant to take the shot. And why not? It is not even approved. It's emergency proof. There's a big difference. This is not a drug that would be normally out there for you to go and get if your doctor prescribed it to you or not. This was a rushed vaccination. Now, for the liberals who want to sit there and say, yeah, but you say that Trump is the one that put it out, that got it going. Why aren't you so ready to take it? Well, first of all, it's so funny that 1 minute it's the liberals that got it up and going. But then on something like that, they want to come back and say to you Trump supporters, well, if Trump made it, why don't you want to take it? Trump did something good. He got something out there and it's ready to go. And if if you were to believe that there is nothing going on with the the actual vaccine at the time that was coming out during Trump, you got to do and you got to try something. I get that, and that's why we were happy with it. He was out there breaking barriers and hurrying up and getting a form of a drug out there. But never once was he pushing anybody to take it, not once. And yet he was the first one also to take his variant of the drug. Is it the same drug that was under him? I don't know, because remember, our vice president said she wouldn't take the drug that was under Donald Trump, President Donald Trump. So is this different, or somehow when Joe Biden and her took over and made the drug kind of like COVID automatically different? COVID can affect you here, but it can't affect you there. There's a magic barrier. When will it end? We are glad that there's a drug out there, and if you want to take it, take it. Makes you feel better. Let us watch you. We'll decide for ourselves. I mean, a man that is married or with a significant other can have no say of the woman body keeping the baby or not. Have no say, even though that's a part of him too. No say. My body, my choice. But I don't have to say if me or my kid takes this vaccine. They are pushing it so hard, it makes me wonder. I don't know about you. And why? Over something that is, people survive over 90%, and that lower 90 is as you get older and older, or if you have really bad type of disease or lung problems or something. Still 90%. And yes, are there people that died, that will die? Maybe. And I'm sorry. But people die from the flu, which also is making a comeback that I heard. We'll see. Now they're pushing COVID. People die of all sorts of stuff. Are we going to start protecting cars, wrap them up in bubble wrap, all the car dust? Are we going to stop people from being able to drink? That would stop a lot of deaths. Drunk driving. You guys are letting marijuana come out. Know how many people get stoned, get behind a car? They can do stupid stuff. We're just now starting to overly get whelmed. Not all states even have it legal yet. So, I mean, it's kind of weird how you pick and choose. You pick and choose. It seems like stuff that is really deadly. Go ahead. Do whatever you got to do. But Mrs. Nanny State's got to come in when we got a 90% or more effective rate of getting better. They got to come in. They know better, and it's only one side. And yes, you'll find some Republican saying and agreeing with you. But look at some of these Republicans. I mean, you can call yourself a lot of things, but you just are what you are, and you aren't what you are not. So I know we live in a day and age where some of you think that you can be or do or change whatever. But the reality of that is you can't change people's thoughts. So regardless of what they put in front of you could be fake. But you can't change what we see. And somebody like Liz Cheney is far from conservative. If you don't line up with the values, You are not. You are not that. You cannot be that. And I'm going to say something that upsets a lot of people, but to give a great example, there are many people on the left that say they are Christians, and you are not Christians. You cannot say you are something when you do not line up with what that is. You can call whatever you want. You can whatever. You can be whatever you want, I guess. But you cannot say you're something that you're not. I mean, no matter how many people say they believe you, it doesn't mean that they do. You cannot vote and believe in killing babies and say that you're a Christian. You cannot go around believing that you can take money from everybody and give it to the unwilled, the people that don't want to do anything, and call yourself a Christian. You guys want to throw in, well, conservatives lack the helping part, the charitable part. No, we like to give when we choose to. But what you're lacking is, it was very much written in the Bible that if you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. If you teach him how to fish, he eats for a lifetime. So it isn't all about charity in the Bible. You're only supposed to do so much. If they're not going to change in the Bible, it tells you, you don't keep giving them because they're not going to change. You are not something just because you say you're something. We have got to start standing up to the people that are wanting to control us. And it's not just white conservative males. It's not just straight males. It's not just white people, females, black people, Asian people, gay, straight, whatever I'm missing, and I apologize if I didn't say it. It's everyone. They're coming after everyone. It's just divided up in bits and pieces, and one is bigger than the other one. But they're coming after us. And you want to sit there and lump and say white people or men or female or whatever is the problem. Well, if you go off of logic, it's white liberals, but it's liberals who are the privileged, who get away with what they want to say or do most of the time. They are coming for us, and they are using COVID, Delta, and mindless, obedient people like illegitimate Joe, pedo Joe, and Brian Stelter. So we got to take it back. Got to take it back. I know some conservatives, after the November 2020 election and after January 6th, some of you guys just been beaten too long. I hate to say it, but that's what us conservatives do. We take it, but we keep moving, and we continue to move and make a difference until we make a difference. I hope you enjoyed this video. I ask and hope that you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what I'm doing good, what I'm doing bad. Help me continue to grow. Even the ones that may feel like I'm attacking you. You got to understand, this is just the ordinary man telling you what he sees from his view and what he's dealing with and what a lot of us think. But anyone and everyone, when I have said it time and time again, come together as Americans, not as these boxes. Come together as Americans against these elites running the country. Maybe we might not always see eye to eye who that is, but if we stand together, we can do it together, That old saying, united we stand, divided we fall. Got to remember that. Again, like, comment, subscribe, share me, tell others about me, help me grow. All with you that I can continue to do this. Maybe you like what I do, maybe a little. Maybe you just want to support me. God bless. Have a great day.